Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, Towns and Gobert hold down the post for them. The wing set for them, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Knicks in at the 1. And for the Clippers, Bones Highland is out there with Red Hot. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Brown, and it's George in at the 3 spot. And late in the regular season, Greg, in your decade plus in the NBA, you were looking forward to the playoffs more often than not.
And as a player, you have to avoid that temptation to look ahead. But when you do, much nicer to look forward to the playoffs than vacation.
So the Clippers win the tip. Here's Red Hot. Fires from deep. First shot, first basket. He's on the box fast.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So much fun and indoors to watch. Anthony Edwards on the floor. This kid is elite.
Kevin, this guy is part of the next generation of great players. When you look at the rising stars in this league, he's got to be near the top of that list. Unbelievable offensively, 3-level scorer, and a guy who will get down and dirty on the defensive end.
First one falls for him.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
And Edwards drops them both. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Nice shot by Red Hot. That's good.
Once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
McDaniels finds Gobert. Down low, Edwards. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
To the paint, here's Red Hot again, Los Angeles.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to Towns. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Red Hot, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And the dunk by Towns.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Red Hot. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Red Hot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Anthony Edwards.
It's on Anthony Edwards.
Clearly a foul.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws.
The line for your Clippers. Number 16.
Free throw good from Red Hot. Well, here we are talking about Timberwolves greats. One player standing out to me, and Doris, I know to you. That's Kevin Garnett.
I don't think there is any debate that KG is number 1. He is Minnesota's all-time leader in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. My goodness, what a career.
Now saw with 29 points last game.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards? So much tighter. That is so good.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Island passes to Red from about 16. Misses off the left iron. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And they won that matchup.
Minnesota in the lead. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Red Hot. Ivica Zubac is out there with Towns, and it's Ford in at the point. Edwards can't hit. And Los Angeles guys shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by the offense.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Swiped away. Here's the break. Here's Ford. First shot, first basket. He is out of the blocks fast.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Reed with it. Working on Zubac. It's tipped. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves. Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping, scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game against San Antonio. Played some superb basketball. He finished with 49 points. And as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same energy tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Into the lane. Finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Here's Red Hot. The basket good off the assist from Ford. Red Hawks got 6 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Passes to Reed. And here in the second quarter of action with a under 2.5 minutes played so far. Los Angeles leading by 4 to the middle. And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it is. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things going.
And Towns gets it to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Clark outside.
2 minutes remain in the first
The
half.
pass to Reed. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot. Been so far. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The wing set on Edwards and McDaniel. Towns and Gobert all down the post for him. And it's Knicks in at the point. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Brown. It's hauled in by Red Hot. Clippers leading by 8. Driving the lane. Brown the pass to Red. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Number 16.
That's now 19 points for Red Hot.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's all in by George.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got it for us, DA.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Clippers have their sights set high. Coach Teron Lue says this is definitely a championship team, and it's not going to just come. We've got to put the work in. There's got to be a lot of sacrifices. If we come together and do the right things, we definitely have a chance. Kevin, back to you.
And David, he's a big reason why. Thanks so much.
Well, when 0-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and try to put some pressure on your opponent.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a
Number
score. Just
16.
great ball movement.
Kicks to Towns. Pass to McDaniels. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Knocks it loose. Over in the corner, Edwards. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Edwards got 18 points in the game.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Nice shot by
Number 16.
Everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Outside Edwards. Towns wide open. Offensive rebound. And no good that time. And here's Los Angeles. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Passes it to Red. That ball, nice speed that time from George.
Kind of offensive execution.
Timberwolves trail by 16. At the top of the key, Towns. Right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Mark right side. And Reed has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure.
So for the Clippers, Brown is checked in for Zubac, and it's Red Hot in for Towns. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Nix is checked in. And cut. Three-pointer good on the shot from Red Hot. Red Hot's got 28.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Norwood, guarded by Harden. Out to Edwards. No one near him. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 26.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Harden bounce pass. Here's Red Hot. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. For 3, Edwards drills it from outside.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards got 13 points now in the quarter.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress, if you get to the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are at the fourth quarter upon us. Time is running out for this game to become competitive. Red Arrows out there with Bones Highland. Then there's Brown. Then it's George. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Launches a 3, and he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Red Hot. Red Hot's got 36.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
There's the pass to Towns. Here's Nix. Back to Towns. The tray. It's hauled in by Red Hot. Red Hot's got his 4th rebound with that inside. Highland, and he makes good on the way. And the Clippers lead by 20.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Left side, Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Ray is a guy that led the offense, a floor general. Do you think Ron the golden point guard?
Kevin, it's hard to say. The 80s had Magic and Isaiah. The 90s had Stockton and Peyton. The 2000s with Nash and Kidd. But this era is deep. You got Curry, Lillard, Doncic, Morant, and of course CP3 is still going.
Lennox got 38 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Outside, Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you expect.
Connects again.
And now he is tied for the second most 40-point games in an NBA season. What a year.
Wow. He has brought it every night. And here's Nix. He kicks to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Inside. 5 on the clock. Count that one.
Teams were physical with Rudy Gobert early in his career. He's learned how to figure that out and still score it.
Highland passes to Red Hot. And it's good. 2 points. Red Hot's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Edwards with the drive.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for the Clippers from deep three-point territory. It doesn't go for him. Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Edwards. And the layup's good off the glass. 35 points for Anthony Edwards.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Red Hot, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
They get it back. And is Towns missing?
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Gobert. Pass to Edwards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from a season series after losing the first two.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Red Hot.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
So both teams changing it up here. Nix passes to Clark. Fires from the line. Got a hand on it. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
The opportunities looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Back to Clark for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And and he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
They get it again. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won the